What's up, bookworms? Welcome to a bonus episode of the Cantina Book Club podcast, where readers can find interviews with authors of all genres. I'm Megan, self-proclaimed Cantina Queen, here to bring you insights from the authors themselves. Each week features a Cantina conversation with an author, with the exception of this one, a podcast collab, if you will. Sometimes a returning guest, sometimes it's someone new. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on an episode, and feel free to browse through existing episodes so that you can catch a previous interview about a book that you've finished. As mentioned before, today's episode features a podcast collab with Candice and Chrissy from Bookalicious Pod. I had such a fun conversation chatting with these women, kind of going back and forth between the bookish fandoms and podcasting in general, how we got started, ranting about books that made us feel strong emotions, and kind of anything in between there. It was such a fun conversation. Some spoilers might pop up in these conversations. With this episode in particular, we do kind of explore and chat about like popular books and the books that we were talking about specifically. There might be spoilers, so just kind of listen at your discretion. And as always, just a heads up that we use adult language, so listen to your comfort level and be mindful around listening ears. Without further ado, get ready, grab your favorite drink. Here is Candice and Chrissy from Bookalicious Pod. So today we've got a podcast collaboration. We are talking with Candice and Chrissy from the Bookalicious podcast. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. I'm so excited. We're just like all holds barred today. We're just gonna do whatever feels right. So I'm so excited to do this today.
I'm really glad because me and Chrissy, we plan almost zero of our episodes. So I'm glad in one take we were able to bring you to our level.
I know, right? I was like, we're gonna schedule this 4 months ahead of time.
I was so impressed. Like, wow, Megan is on top of things.
Because I seriously for my author interviews, I limit myself to one a week because I still have a job and a family, and it's like when you edit it and after it all, it's like I do one a week, and even then I'm booked out until October, and just doing one interview a week, and I'm like I feel bad because I want to talk to everybody, but it's like I can't, I need a clone, or I need someone. No, I'm excited to this is a little bit different for me, so I'm excited.
I was really like, Megan she's ghosting me. She's like, I can pencil you in 6 months. I said, okay, girl. And then
I reached out, I was like, you ready?
Yeah. I was like, no, I'm not.
What?
And you're like, actually, can we do next week?
Yeah, I'm like, I had to go get my prom dress. Like, I'm not ready now.
Oh, I would have reached out a week earlier had I known you needed more time. It's okay. That was just where I was like, oh, wait, we got this going on. And so I was like, okay, what up? Because in all honesty, I did do a collab. It was with Crystal Hope of Must Love Books, the woman who was ahead of that whole group. And we did a podcast episode, a collab, but she hasn't posted it yet. And then there was another collab she canceled because she was like, I don't think I'm doing this anymore. And I was like, okay, that's okay. I get you. And there was another collab where I was ready to go and I was set up and she confirmed it and everything. And then she didn't show up.
Oh no.
So I was there sitting at my computer and everything and trying to get a hold of her. And then at 20 minutes went by and I was like, okay. And then I reached out to her. She's like, it was I don't know if she gave a lame excuse or it was just she just wasn't as committed as I was no, let's get it going. You know what I mean? So she's just kind of oh, I'm sorry. We were on the highway. We got caught in traffic. And I'm like, so then if you knew you were going to be driving, why didn't you tell me? And so I was just okay. So I just told her let me know if you want to do something. I was just I wasn't trying to be bitter because I was who knows if we want to still meet up in the future, but I was kind of put off and I was okay, I'm leaving it up to you. I could do this as long as everybody's on board, but if I appreciate you for being yeah, we got this, we got ideas, let's go, because then it's okay, cool, we're on the same page here, because otherwise it's a little discouraging.
How many of those do you give? Because I feel I would give 0. A no call, no show.
Oh, for the podcast collaboration, it's been 1. And for authors, it's been, I want to say 2 or 3 out of 5 or 6 years of me doing this.
Wow.
Where they've been they like no call, no show. Yeah, it's only been a few of them because I'm usually setting it up through their like agents or their PR people.
Oh, yeah.
And they're amazing. They're like, I have good relationships with a handful of PR agencies where I'm like, nope, this is my availability, or I cannot fit this in, or you know what I mean? And they appreciate it where I'm like, hey, no, or yes, and this is when I'm available. I'm like, as early as you can, because otherwise I'm booked out until like 6 months and I can't. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah,
and there's
100%.
books where I'm like, I've interviewed them before, or I'm like really interested in it, and I'm like, okay, I'll make some time. Like, I'm like, okay, no, I really want to like talk to them. I really want to read this. I really want to get an arc. And so yeah, it's just. But then there are also other books where I have been unimpressed. I just really didn't like it, or just wasn't really a good book, and then I still had to talk to them, and that has been.
That sounds hard.
What do you do?
I kind of just find things that I can talk about, like, oh, I really liked this character, I really liked meeting them, or hey, is this your debut? What was your experience like? Or is this your fourth book? How did that compare to your experience? Or what was your research like? Just asking very general questions that I don't have to like. Otherwise, like if I enjoy the book, I'm like, oh my God, I was screaming in my notes. I was like, so I have a handful of questions that I know that I can ask if I don't like the book. So it's mostly just like focusing on them where I'm like, oh, what did you struggle with? What did you enjoy? Or what character, what were your favorite parts to write? Or like, what advice would you give to your main character? That's like easier stuff where like, if I didn't like the book, I can still ask that and be like, yeah, I can see why you would say that to that character. So it's kind of like, it's just, but this is trial and error. Like this is, when I listened to like my first year of episodes, I was like, oh my God, like for who I am now, I could tell like a whole total 180, but no, it's tricky and it's like hard to be like, oh, this wasn't good. Or like, it's hard to not be like that, but just be like, oh, to get them talking. Cause like sometimes like I don't like the book, but the conversation is great, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could go either way. That's usually where I'm just kind of like, okay, hey, what's up? So that I just try my best.
We just read The Silent Patient a little while ago. And
that's on my TBR.
Oh, it's very, very good.
Yeah.
So the reason why I bring it up is because the writer, Alex Michaelides, he had tried screenplays, all this different stuff, and he ended up giving up screenplays when he met someone at like a Hollywood party, and they said, oh, based on your writing, I thought you'd be boring, but you're actually like quite entertaining. And then he was like, okay, screenplay's not for me. But that
it's kind of like when we say that out loud, like
can you believe? Yeah, but it sounds like the authors, where you're like, the book, little floppish, but as a person, very amazing.
Yeah, I know 100%. It's definitely tricky because you want to maintain relationships with these people, right? You don't want to give a bad taste in your mouth. And that's what I think like there's debut authors who like you could tell they're so nervous about talking, and I'm like, I'm the least person, like the person you least have to be worried about. Like I'm a big dork. I will just casual. And at the end of it, I'm like, I just want you to feel comfortable and like you're just chatting and help you talk about your work. And you could swear, you could drink, you could, whatever you want. Okay, so intro. Oh. So we could introduce ourselves, Chrissy and Candice for Bookalicious. I want to find out all about your podcast journey. When, what, where, who, why, what got you started? Why did you choose the focus that you did? All that good stuff.
Yeah, I can start. So let's see, I think it was 3.5 or maybe almost 4 years ago by now. I'm not really sure. But anyways, I read, what?
Has it been that long? Crazy.
It's definitely been around 3 years, I think. I don't know. Maybe throughout the story we'll remember. But
it's been at least 3 years. I think at least 3.
Yeah. Many moons ago, I read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I had reread it. I know. And I read it all in one night. And I was like,
book that I cried while reading and I cried while watching.
Yes. I'm so glad you said that, Megan. This book, I think, is wonderful. I read it twice, all in one sitting each time.
I imagine that your sister felt very different.
Yes. How did you know? Yeah, I know. So I just wanted to talk to someone about it, and there was no good podcasts on Spotify that were like having the conversations I wanted. So then I called up Candy and I said, Candy, we need to start a podcast together so we can read books and we can talk about it. And finally I can have the conversations I want to have. And we should start with this wonderful book I just read.
That's the one that you started off.
That's the one
Yeah.
you started off with, and I was so excited. I said, wow, me and Candy, we're going to talk about how much we love this book, and I had all my notes about how great it was. And then she shows up, and she was like, just hated it.
That's where you're like, I'm so glad you said that, Megan.
I feel
Chrissy's
so
been
validated.
validated.
Yes, thank you.
No,
Not
I
just
remember
me.
I remember being in the car and like with my husband at the time and finishing it, and like I started like kind of crying, or at least like
Yes.
getting to that part, and I was like started crying, and I was like, I'm sorry.
It's
Like,
so good.
and there's very few books where I get that emotional over, and I don't know what it was. It just got me. So sorry,
of John
Candice, I did
Green.
not get you. She was like,
Aw.
okay, you fucking weirdos. Like, what?
It was just like kind of crazy. It was just a little crazy, and I think
I feel like you're being polite. Just let it out. What other adjectives do you have?
I just found it. We didn't publish it because I think Chrissy was worried I was going to get canceled off of
Oh,
it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the lost episodes.
I'm gonna repeat it, and we'll see what happens. And
Just
Megan,
post
you
it now,
decide
I mean.
if we publish it. I felt like Augustus was. It was a little strange how he was super attracted to Olive. Was her name
Hazel.
Olive? Hazel, when she was like so sick. And he had a line of women that he had found like love at first sight who were all very sick, and I just thought that was like a strange.
So you're not a romance reader then? You're not like into the underdog where the swoony man kind of just only has eyes for her, even as unrealistic as it is.
I know.
You're like,
No.
why is he liking this sickly person when he's got this basketball body? Like,
Yeah, I'm just like, this is like weird. This is weird. It just didn't make sense to me. But yes, I'm a little bit of like a romance snob. Although I used to be a general book snob, and now that we've been reading a lot for the pod, I feel like I've really learned to expand my horizons, that you can just read a
Oh.
book for a nice story.
my romance subgenre knowledge has expanded since I started this, because one of my closest friends from high school, she writes dark romance, and she asked me to like proofread and all that shit, and I'm just like, she was the first like Wide Shoes motorcycle club that I had read, and so it was like dark romance, like the taboo stuff, and I was like really I was having a hard time separating my friend's name from the pen name, and I was just really surprised that you kind of went there. She's like, yeah, like she because it was just a lot of things that I didn't know about. I was like, what's like reverse harem? I was like, what is that? And I was like, what is somnophilia? What is like these kinks? And then it was like a lot of it. But now I'm like, okay, like now that I'm more familiar, the shock is not there. And I was like, I could proofread her work objectively, because I'm not like, girl, why are you writing?
You're like,
why
what
are you
is
writing
this?
this? Like, why are they like stringing her up in this thing? And, like, you know, and it just
Crazy to have like your girlfriend. I feel like you must know her so much more
she
intimately
was one of
now.
because I moved towns from like 8th grade to freshman year, so that's like kind of like a big gap.
That's
And then
a
she
big
was one of
deal.
my first friends when I moved to a new town for high school, and we just kept in touch, and now we're still like, she's one of my book people, and so I've been her emotional support person at events that she might sign at, and then it helps me because I'm like, okay, book content.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, and she'll ask me, she's like, hey, can you proofread this? And I'm like, what's your deadline? And she's just like, 3 weeks. Is that okay? And I'm like, I will try. I was like, I will try, because she like appreciates the outside kind of objective, and also just having extra eyes on it, noticing things that whatever. And I'm happy to help her, because even if I'm not like, I would not buy her book if I saw it in a bookstore, I still bought all her physical copies off of Amazon. I had her sign them. I'm still gonna help her sell her shit. I still want to support her, even if I'm like, I do not appreciate birth control tampering. I'm not, I don't need to read books about where the guy is making her fuck a knife hilt. I don't need that.
Oh my God.
Like there's plenty of smut that I appreciate that does not go there. So it's just like a different taste, and like there is a whole community for that. So it's just like once I learned that once I like learned that distinction, and she like introduced me to a lot of shit because she knew that I was like an English major in college, and she was like, girl, you used to read literature and now you read smut. And I'm like, it's the evolution. I don't know. Like, I don't.
Okay, time out. Have you read the book Heated Rivalry?
I have not read the book. I'm watched the whole season though.
Okay, we have been requested to read the book, and we hear it's quite spicy.
I'm sure it is. If the show is anything to go by. Did you watch the show?
No.
It's definitely on screen, open door intimacy,
Yeah.
for lack of better words, and viewers go feral for it, and I can see why. I could see why. It's the men are in very good shape, and but it's also the kid. It's also like, so it does go strong in the beginning because they're kind of like just fucking, but then like as the series goes on, you see how the relationship develops and how the sex plays into that.
Yeah.
So just from a storytelling perspective, it's a very good show. But watching the show, I don't think I would ever feel like adding those books to my reading list. But with the Off Campus, I saw all the hype, and so I listened to the deal, and then I skipped the second book and I listened to the score, and it did not age well. Did not age well, but like just some aspects of it were just like it's a different time right now.
I know.
We're very conscious of certain things and they respected those changes in the show, and which is like, and then I was like, I had to ignore, because I also Dungeon Crawler Carl book 8 came out in the same week, and so I was like, I cannot go on the internet for like 2 weeks until I catch up with everything. And I don't know if you've heard all about Dungeon Crawler Carl. That was one of the questions, like any genre, the book that I always recommend is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Audiobook.
Crawler.
How have you not? Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. And I do recommend audiobook if you like that.
This looks fabulous.
Audiobook is fantastic. It is like lit RPG, so it's like video game style, but Carl, even though it's not a romance book, he's my book boyfriend. He's with his ex-girlfriend's cat, and it's not really a spoiler, but the cat ends up knowing how to talk, and it's hilarious. However you would imagine a cat to behave.
Yeah.
Her personality, and she's a show cat. So, Carl, we have to get on this show. And then she's playing to the cameras, and she understands like pleasing the audience, and she's like, she calls him her manservant, and like
my cat is also a show cat.
Oh my god. So this is right up your alley.
Right up my alley. I like video games. I love cats.
Oh my god, how have you not how is the algorithm not touched on you, Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Okay, right. That is on the list, Chrissy.
Yeah, next one we're reading.
The 8th book just came out in this month, and I finished the audiobook, but the audiobook is fantastic, but reading the physical or digital copies is just as good. But if you like audiobooks, I recommend it, because it is like, Jeff Hayes is amazing. He does all the voices, and you could distinctly tell all the voices, and it's like I listen to audiobooks and occasionally, and it's like probably the best audiobook I've listened to. So I definitely, because it's like, I don't know, you know what I mean, like you read books when like you're chilling, but it's like if you're doing chores, pop it in. Going for a walk, whatever, pop it in. Recommending. That's one way, no matter what your genre is, Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Okay, Chrissy, what is your
Dungeon Crawler Carl? It's really hard to say.
Dungeon Crawler Carl. What is your
What's
dungeon?
My version?
I'm not saying it again.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna stop.
It's late over here. Okay, I had a different type of genre for that one. So a book I'd recommend to anybody. The two I thought of was either Flowers for Algernon or The Little Prince, which we have read kind of recently on the pod. Candy always makes fun of me because I pick the snooze books for our reading list. She says I'm trying to lose listeners by picking all the boring books. But these are great books.
So you two have very very different tastes. Like, are you character driven and then you are plot driven? Maybe like you need a little more action.
I don't know that I'm one or the other. What are you, Chrissy?
I know. I don't think I'm one or the other either, but that I saw that was a later question. I did lean more towards character driven. Although that being said, I have a problem with not finishing books unless we're reading it for the pod. And so a character driven book, sometimes it just doesn't grab you. So I just leave it and then I forget about it. So a plot driven book, I'm definitely going to finish. Character driven, 50-50. But I do like the character development.
Okay, now that you've talked about what character versus the plot, I'm realizing I really do like the plot a lot better. Like, if it's a good plot, I'm going to finish it.
I need things to go. I need things to keep going, to keep me engaged. Like, I do appreciate character growth, but it's like if it's character driven, it takes a little more effort.
Agreed.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I was just talking to my therapist and I was like, I need to practice thinking before speaking. And I was like, I've actually never done that before. So it's very hard for me.
We can be your guinea pig. We can be your guinea pig session where you learn how to do that. I got my therapist too. She's just like, she's from Europe. She's like Polish. She's like, they do eat books like strawberries. And I was like, yeah. Aww. I was like, I love her. She's great, but she's also very like the European blunt, straightforward way of giving it to you. Like when I remember when I was like, I have 2 kids and we weren't sure if we're going to have a third, and my second is like an agent of chaos. He's just a maniac.
Yes.
I don't know, he's chaotic. I would say he's chaotic neutral or chaotic evil, I don't know, but she's just like, what, you be pregnant with a messy toddler, like what do you want? You think you'd be better as a middle child? And I'm like, you're probably right. I'm like, You're right, you make a good point. So she's just very like straightforward. I'm like, she cares about you, but she will tell you
that's what you need. Sometimes that's what you need.
I know, and if it works for you, because it doesn't work for everybody, if it works for you, I appreciate it. It's a little humor, and so whenever I make her laugh, I'm like, I feel a little pep at my step. No, the thing I was gonna ask is like, what was like the last book or any book that comes to mind that really got you like kind of feeding off of your feelings about reading, is like what like pissed you off or got a strong emotional reaction out of you? Maybe not anger, but maybe like just any emotion.
The first thing that has come to the mind is God of the Woods, which came out like maybe 2 years ago.
What's that about, and why did it piss you off, or why did it get you feeling?
What was the author, Chrissy?
Liz Moore.
Liz Moore. Yes, she's done like a couple of really good ones. The reason why it pissed me off is that there is a sister dynamic in the book, and I don't want to spoil it, but within the book there was something shocking, and it just, as a sister, it just made me think for a long time.
Was it like betrayal or secret keeping or what? Like,
it was like a lot of those things. I don't want to like say too much without spoiling, but yeah, it was like just like something where you're like, I would never do this to my sister.
You're
I
like,
can't believe this. I would barely do this to a stranger, probably.
So you know exactly what she's talking about. Is that why you're laughing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty dirty.
We read the book for the pod. It was pretty rotten.
Yeah.
Okay, so
great book,
is the episode out?
Yeah,
I'll add it to my reading list, and then I'll listen, and then I'll be like, be like, yeah, fuck this. Like,
it's pretty messed up. That poor character. Everything happened to her. Very sad.
Is it like contemporary? What is it?
Oh, so what's the book about? Okay, so this is also one of the books that I recommend to everyone. It is about this small camp in like the New York upstate mountains, and a kid goes missing. And so now it's like the town, and they're trying to figure out where did the kid go, and it's just unraveling that plot.
Okay. And then at some point a sister does something to her sister and pisses you off. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's a sister dynamic. They're side characters, and at first I was like, oh, like sisters are taking care of each other. I love this. And then
you were like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know why. I guess it's because like my relationship with Chrissy is like one of my most special favorite relationships. So it's like when I see it portrayed in a book,
It kind of like a little bit.
Yeah, it's like so sweet to me. And if it goes poorly, I'm like,
why are you doing
enraged.
this like to your sister? My sister's precious to me. Like I would never. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
What about yourself?
For me, one of the last things where I felt viscerally like it messed me up was Charlie Man by Thomas Cullen. And so it's a coming of age novel where it's historical fiction, where it's like a 90s Virginia, and this kid at a prep school, he's not like anything special. He's kind of average, and he's kind of, his friend and his girlfriend are like everybody he knows are they're like an elite private school, but he's kind of like average at it. And so they're getting accepted to these schools and all that, and he's not, and but he's just living his life. And he's in his senior year, and the one thing that really, again, I'll spoil it like you, like this is the thing that pissed me off, was he catches his best friend and his girlfriend in the act in bed. Yeah. And this is a kid who has already had his father died and his mother self-medicating. So he's and his older sister is off to college. So it's just him taking care of his mom, dealing without a dad. He's already been through it and getting over it, like coping mechanisms where he's able to like go move past his mental health and all that. But then this kind of happens to him, and then it's really touching on the mental health of it, where he's like, I don't know if it's worse that it hurts more than my dad dying. And he's like, he really goes numb for a couple days. He doesn't answer the phones. And it's like in the 90s where he's like, nobody could get a hold of him unless they called their mom's house. And he's like, telling his mom, like, I don't want to talk to her. And don't let my best friend in the house, don't whatever. And but that, like, I did not expect it to trigger me like that.
What?
And then
all of those horrible things you didn't expect
I got
to be triggered.
So I don't know, like from the like a blatant cheating and how we're following Charlie and we're feeling for him, and then all of a sudden, like, we follow him finding out, like, learning, where's my best friend? Where's my girlfriend? It's in the middle of a party. So he's like, wait a second, like, where? Because as a reader, we kind of see maybe things leading up to it. But then he's like, wait, I noticed that there's these two people missing. And then he goes and finds them. And then when he's like banging on the door, he's like, I'm gonna fucking break this door down if you don't open this door. And then he sees, like, she's half dressed, he's pulling up his pants. And it was just maybe the delivery of it, but it was just like, it triggered me. I got so fucking pissed. I got the opportunity to fucking give this guy, like, I was like, why did you piss me off like that? I'm like, but he was like so gracious and all that. But it was really funny because I was like, why did you do that to us? Like, why did you write it like this? And he's just kind of laughing. He's like, oh, just like piss off people like you. And I'm like but no, it was. And it was just like, I guess I just didn't. It was one of the things where I was like, I needed like a day. Like, I couldn't go back to it because I went to reading another book that I was preparing for like a review or interview, but then I was like, I need some fluff. I was like, I need to like switch gears. I need something that's I need a palate cleanser, because otherwise I was still in my feels about it. Like, I finished the book and then it's like we had to put the kids to bed. Ugh. And I have 2 boys and they don't listen to a fucking thing, and so it's a whole thing where it needs, like, we need to like combine forces and get them to get with the program. But I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this right now. I'm like, and I was telling my husband, I was like, I know you don't think this is serious, but like, I'm like, this book fucked me up. And I was like, I can't do this right now. And he was like, you got to tell me about this book. And I was like, I'm not ready to talk about it. He's like, are you sure? So I like got to tell him about it. I was telling things that like pissed me off. But then also the main character, he fucking forgives them. So that pissed me off even more.
No.
So I was like,
have standards.
Charlie's a better man than me. Charlie's a better person than I am, because I would have been like, boo-hoo, I don't care if you feel bad for being a trifling bitch. I don't care if, like, boo-hoo to you if you're feeling guilt for 4 months. Like, it was. And then also, so what had happened was his best friend, he comes in, like, after, like, kind of months of silence, cold shoulder, they eventually, like, talk for a couple hours, and they kind of make up and they make plans to hang out. And then the day that they're supposed to hang out, his best friend dies.
No.
So I was like, okay, maybe I'm an asshole. I was like,
this book is crazy.
Charlie Man by Thomas Cullen is it's one of those, like, it's like you could kind of sense the vibe if you're into that, but like it makes you feel things. And I yelled at the author like almost the whole time. And he was just like, he's a strong character and he is better than 99% of us. And I was like, why did you do that? He's like, just to make people mad like you. He was just messing with me at that point. He was like, but no, that episode was out. So no, I do recommend, even if I spoil it for you, I do recommend, but also it pissed me off, so maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for that. I'm getting second
Well, it's just like it's writing, but it's also like, what?
I'm gonna be real, Megan. You didn't sell it. It sounds. I'm like, oh my god, I could feel.
You got
my
the
heart.
gist of it. You got the gist of it. So that's my answer. That's what pissed me off. It was just because
that
of
would
cheating,
piss me off.
And then he forgave them. What the fuck?
I do think it is like quite the compliment to send to someone who created art, and you're like, I felt so intensely about what it is that I've read. Like I can feel it in my bones. And that makes me mad at you. Like, what a compliment.
That's what my husband said, too. He was like, he's just going to like that you're pissed off at it.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, it's just one of those books where it's like a hidden, like, making you feel the feels. Not really a well-known book, but it's like, if you get into it, it's just like, it makes you feel things that you're not okay with. You're not prepared for. But I don't know. I guess I was just so surprised that the cheating part, like, just I guess it's the way that it was, like, Charlie found out that, like, this is the way that it happened. It just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it was, because I guess it just, I didn't expect it to, but it really did, where I was just like, okay, I needed more time than I thought I did. I need more time to get over it than I thought I did. So yeah.
Have you ever read The Perfect Marriage? Similar trigger warning. But that one was a wild ride, and I feel like I needed a few days to recover from that world.
Who is it by?
What's her name?
Geneva Rose.
Geneva Rose.
Oh,
Thriller.
I do follow her. She that's like her thing, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
She has created a character that is very unique. You have to read the first book. Very fast pace, but truly a book about the worst people in the world.
No one is good in that world.
Gripping.
Every person is worse than the next.
Oh my god, I love it when you just want to like shake the characters and you're
Yes.
like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yes.
why? But then it's like almost a guilty pleasure, because you're like, yeah, what would happen
Watching
if you
the
did
train
do
wreck.
That? Yeah, what would happen if you did do that? Like, what? I tell authors all the time, it's like, I would love to be her friend, but maybe like at a distance, like
Facebook friend.
Facebook
Right?
friend, yes. Please start
Watch all the
posting.
updates. Yeah.
Let me watch.
Oh my god, I love that. Like, we're kind of like millennial phase where we're like, Facebook. I was
Yeah.
telling your
Book talk.
sister I'm 39, and so I love that we're kind of like in that maybe a little range. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm like, what, 10, 11 years older than you.
And Chrissy, but you're only a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
Right there.
So okay, but
I
you're
learned
like
about the dial-up. I used to have to leave a voicemail on things.
Oh my
like,
god. Yeah, I know. It's like you know about things because your sister was like dealing with it. And your sister is gonna be like, wait, you didn't remember this? You don't know this? And you're kind of like, maybe, like, but I remember this part of it. I don't know. Like, I just, my brother was 2 years younger than me, but then I have a half sister who's 10 years older, so it's like really funny to see like that gap, because it really is. It's like, oh, we grew up in the 90s, but then people older than us, or like a generation before us, they were already like teenagers by the 90s, right? So it's like, what is a different perspective? And it's like, we're the,
very different.
It's crazy how we're like, oh, technology, and then like now I'm like, I can't even keep up with the skibbity toilet. I don't know. Like, I don't or the 6-7. I like tease my kids. I'm like, maybe if I make it uncool, they'll stop. Like,
Has it worked?
A little bit. Otherwise it's like just cringe now. I think it's because it's so fast fleeting. It's like, okay, that was like really big for a hot minute, and then it's like, then I go to my 8-year-old and he's like, yeah, we're done with that, it's done now. Okay, buddy. All right, well, let's do this or that, because then
I like the this or that.
Yeah, okay, so all right, physical book, ebook, audiobook. I do all three. I'll like at the same time. I'll do all
At
three.
the same time.
The same book at the same time?
No, well,
Get the e and audio?
sometimes, but like physical book if I have the physical copy, ebook if I'm working out or if I'm like getting my nails done or something like that. If I'm at a
Yes.
restaurant, if I'm at a place where I just need to like pass the time, audiobook when I'm like running or doing chores. But I'll do like a different one. Like usually audiobook, ebook and physical book might be the same. Audiobook is for something that's been on my reading list where I'm not
Okay.
on a deadline for. You know what I
Some
mean?
people
So,
get all three of the same
for the
book,
same.
so they can just like traverse wherever they go.
So I've done that with Dungeon Crawler Carl just because I wanted to keep reading. I wanted to keep reading, so I would catch up. I would do
Yes.
the bookmark on all and catch up and see where I was at. So that's the only that will tell you. That's the one thing I did do with that. But what about you?
I've really gotten into my Kindle. It's so convenient. You can bring it anywhere. You have all the books at the same time. It's pretty amazing. You can read at night. You don't need a light. You can
You look on your phone.
I know. You can do anything. So I'm really into the Kindle now. I've never gotten into audiobooks. Mainly I just haven't tried. I don't have like the, what's it called? Audible? Don't have a
Yeah.
subscription. Yeah. So I
Or
just
like
haven't-
even if you're like not like an audio learner
I
or an
struggle.
audio where you absorb. Yeah.
I just zone out sometimes. But I do
Yeah.
have
No, me-
podcasts.
same.
So I think I could
Same.
get into it.
Same.
But-
Or just do that reverse like rewind 30 seconds.
Yes.
Like,
Rewind 1 hour.
yeah.
I feel like with a podcast, you really only got to catch every like third or fifth word. With a book, I feel like you need a lot more than that. So I can listen to a podcast and I'm still like catching most of it and I feel like I'm following along. But with an audiobook, you'll go a certain amount of time and then you're like, wait, what is happening?
Totally lost.
Who's this name? And then
You're
can't.
like, wait, I think I have to pay attention to that. Like, yeah.
Right. And then you have to go back. So I just struggle. I like the physical books and I'm like a monster because I write in the books.
Oh, so you're the
I
one that
defile
did-
every book that I get. So
So wait, I don't think I lose at that. Okay. So fiction or nonfiction? Fiction.
fiction.
Fiction. Before the pod, though, I was nonfiction. But I also read a lot
What was
less.
like the couple things? Was it like memoirs or like what
It was a sad day when I was at a garage sale and there's all these books and I was like, oh, these are books I'm interested in. It was like Malcolm Gladwell and Adam Grant and stuff. And I looked up and they said I was in the self-help section. I said, what? These are just interesting books. But
No,
maybe was
I
into
did.
self-help.
I was in the self-help phase for a while because I was like going through something. I was like, I don't even know what to do. I was like self-help. I was trying everything. I was like, what is gonna like do something? But nonfiction also, I've read nonfiction. I read memoirs, but also just like authors. I think like one of the things that stands out to me is like when, oh my God, The Great. I think it was on Hulu. It was like, yeah, it was
with
like Catherine
Elle
the Great.
Fanning.
Yes. So I read the book, but it focused on her part. It was nonfiction. It was written by someone who focused on her part of pox or whatever that disease was, where she was like, she really was a pioneer and she made such a difference in helping people get through that illness because she was like, no, like we need to expose ourselves to it. And then she was really she led the charge on expanding it to other countries and partner countries and allies and all that. Like, no, we need to expose ourselves to it so we can build immunity. And so I read the book that was like, I don't know, it was interesting and it was like totally true. And I was like, so there's certain things that I'm like, oh no, this is kind of cool, even if it's a little gross, but like I was like, yeah, so no, I do appreciate nonfiction, but I'm like, if I'm gonna pick something off the shelf, it's gonna be fiction.
I'm slowly making Chrissy more fun. She started in the self-help section, and I'm pulling her one by one into the thriller section.
Moved
I'm
to
like,
the
hey,
books.
come in
over
the
here.
dirt with me.
Oh my god, I love that. That's
She's
so
gotten
funny.
me to ACOTAR. We've really made a lot of strides here.
Yes. Oh, it's good. I did get into ACOTAR just so I could feel like I was part of the cult, part of the pop, part of the fandom.
The phenom.
And then I got my husband into Throne of Glass. He read all of it and he liked it.
Wow.
So
What?
yeah. Yeah, he's not really a reader, but like there are books where he's like, "Oh no, this is awesome!" Like the Aragon series, and I got him on a Dungeon Crawler Carl, and he was
We
like,
loved
he
Aragon.
loved it. Yeah, Aragon. He got me into Aragon, and then I got him into Throne of Glass. Like basically, I'm like, see, you need to trust me more because you love these books. Whatever I tell you, he got into Fourth Wing, and it was really funny because I was like, okay, just so you know, there's some sex scenes. There's on page, open door, very graphic things. He's like, all right. And then like when he got down to it, he was like opening the book. He's like, all right, you said this is kind of spicy. And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, let's go. He was just like, he just needed a little pep talk, and he was like fine with it. And I was like waiting for him to get to certain scenes. And I was like, so what did you think about this? And he was like, they went to Pound Town. So what? He was like unfazed. Where it was like my cousin, on the other hand, he was like, I don't know. The whole book, they're just like, I want to fuck you. I want to fuck you. And it's just like, she's going to find a cure because she wants to have sex with her man. I was like, you're missing like so much else of the story. Like you're just getting caught up in the love story. But it was just like, it was just really funny to see like the comparison. I was like, dude, like
those crazy scenes where they're like breaking all the furniture and they're messing everything up. Like the pragmatist in me is like, I would be so upset.
Like now I gotta replace this furniture. Like, is this gonna cost anything? Like,
I would be like, stop! I have a splinter.
It's true. Realistically, you're like, are your shadows pulling this out of me? Like, what? You know,
like no, we're done here.
No, I totally get it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just kind of like took it as it is. I did.
That's how you're supposed to read it. Okay.
I did interview Rebecca Yarros before Fourth Wing came out. Like my Fourth Wing copy is an ARC. Because cool. and then
that's incredible.
I know, and it's just like my friends, my husband and everything, they're like, no, like reach out to her and be like, no, like, and everybody's telling me that, so I'm like, I guess I gotta like find the sweet spot, but I also don't want to like feel entitled. But they're also saying like, if she doesn't give you a shot when you gave her a shot, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't think it was like that. I think her people just told her what she was doing. It's like, oh, you're going on this podcast, you're going on this podcast, you're going on this, like, you're going to this thing, you're going to this thing. And even then, it was like she was still a contemporary writer. So when she got to me, this was also before it came out. So it was before the release date where I got to interview her. And it was like, and in retrospect, I'm like, oh my God, I think because I read it for like to have the conversation and to like connect with them. But then it was like, then I realized there's so much else going on. And so I feel like it was maybe a missed opportunity, but at the same time I was like, I don't want to give myself a hard time, because I was also like, I had another interview that week and another interview a week ago. Like I had to read another book. So it was just like, she was in my line of schedule. But she was great. She was like, no, thank you for giving me an hour and a half of your time. Like, and she was just chilling in her room, her office, and virtual. But honestly, it was the interviews that I watch of her now, she's the same. Like where she kind of like trails off a little bit, or she like wants to be maybe a little vague. But it's also like the first one where I was like, what were your favorite parts to write? What were your challenging parts to write? Stuff like that. And she's like, I'm gonna turn it on you. What were your favorite parts to read? And I was like, and so I was like, well, I think, I was like, and I had to think on the spot. I was like, I told her like, when they were getting to know each other, Violet and Xaden, when they were getting to know each other, they were asking each other like the most mundane questions, or it was mostly Violet trying to get to know him. And she was like, what's your favorite food? And he was like, chocolate cake, stop being weird. Like, I just, some of that stuff was just like, even menial, but it was like, because Xaden's supposed to be like this ruthless guy, this like like kind of like mysterious, like broody. And then he, when someone throws him for a loop, or he's just like approached with something, like he's like, what? Like, I love that. So that's why I was like, that's my favorite part, when they were like, when Violet was like asking him questions and he was like, what's your deal? Like, what? So that was like, and then I also did not hate Dane, and she loves Dane, and so we talked about that a lot. It was really fun. Like,
Dane was Chrissy hasn't read it, but I have, but he was quite floppish.
Yeah, no, I get it. My husband was even like, Dane's a bitch, he needs to leave. Like, he's like, Chrissy, like, you just need to read it. I don't know why you haven't by now. Like, I don't know how you avoid the internet, like, without.
Chrissy's way out of the loop.
Yeah, I'm under a rock over here.
She's under a rock.
Yeah.
No, but
Obviously, she's content with it. She's
Yes.
fine.
so
She was happy under her rock.
I really am, honestly.
to translate, Dane is like, oh my god,
Reese?
no, the crazy girl from Babel.
Crazy girl?
The-
The one who we related to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
What
is
was
that
her
a
name?
movie?
I don't know if are they making it into a series?
I can't believe I'm like not able to think of this. Letty.
Letty.
Okay.
Letty.
That was
He's
supposed
Letty?
to take 1 second. He's just Dane is just like that
Oh,
insufferable
so out
person
of
where
it.
every time he comes into the room, you want to
You're like, what
throw
now?
a shoe at his head.
Ah,
You're like, get
yes,
out of
yes,
here.
yes.
Get out.
For me, I guess it was annoying, but I was just like, no, I can see where he's coming from. But then my husband, he was just like, no,
No.
fuck you. Like, and then I learned more about what everybody else felt. But it was just really funny because Rebecca, she said like, I love Dane during our conversation, and then even as we watch interviews going through her other books, she's like, you know, him and Zayden did similar things, and people are giving Zayden a free pass because he's hot. And Dane's like just a pain in the ass, and but then now she's like, I'm gonna make y'all love Dane.
I don't know if I had interviewed Rebecca Yaros and she on book 1 is like, I love Dane, I would be like, I need to send you to the hospital. Like, she's not well, she's having a stroke. She's
Are you
saying
sure?
things that don't make sense.
Blink if you need help. Like,
Yeah. I would be like,
no,
no
at that
way.
point I was just like, oh, what do you mean? Like, I was just like, give me more information. I just want to like hear you talk and hear you speak. And at that point, I didn't know it was gonna blow up like it did, right? Like, she
Yeah.
didn't even fucking know. She was like, she
No.
had been like, what, 7 books in at that point. She was a contemporary writer before Fourth Wing, and then like she even said like, oh, I pitched a bunch of different stories and they wanted the War College of Dragons. And so now I'm like, I'm all stuck in the theories. I'm like, oh, like I'm just part of the fandom now. But I don't even know if she would remember me if I went up to her and be like, can we chat? Can you like even just like a press badge to any event? Like I would be appreciative of it.
I feel like the real play is to find whatever the email was, the original, and you do a reply.
Yeah.
Reply.
You're like, can
Good
you
move.
search like my email address, this
Yeah.
domain? Like, yeah,
Hey, Rebecca,
I know.
remember me?
I will show you the video clip because I did like post. It was like a repost of an episode
Yeah.
where I edited and I reposted the episode, and I said, yeah, this is from April 2023 because I think Fourth Wing came out in like July of that year, and I did post it on the YouTube and on the podcast, and so it can be found. But yeah, it's just kind of like it's on book 1, so nobody like cares as much as if it were on book 3. But I feel like even like if we were talking about algorithms, like especially with ACOTAR, Fourth Wing, like anything, I just feel like the algorithm, it just became so saturated where I was just almost like, okay, I'm done with this content until I don't know, until a certain point in time. And like obviously it's reading because I'm like, this information is catching my eye. But then when I scroll down, it's just going to keep showing me the same thing. Like same with like off campus. I was like, I want to see other things other than off campus, other than ACOTAR, other than, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it was just like, it's tricky. Cause then I'm like finding shit that's not book related on my book account where it's like, I don't know, like political shit. And I'm just like, no,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't want to
no.
feed my algorithm, even though I'm
Right.
interested in this. I'm like, I don't want to feed my algorithm because I want to keep this book stuff. I want to keep this podcast stuff. So I'm like, cause on my personal account, I'm like, maybe that's where it should be.
My algorithms always end up in the Dr. Pimple Popper zone. No matter where I start. I'm like, I'm going to start in books, and before I know it, I'm in deep. And I'm like, this is terrible. So
We ended
There's
up here
is
again.
some sort of gratification. I get it.
yeah,
Even if it's disgusting.
I'm a disgusting. 100%.
So you could watch till the end.
Till the end. To the worst
You
things.
got to see it through.
I got to see it through. All right, so I think we might have time for one more question.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay,
think?
let's see. Okay, so out of any books that you have read or anything that comes to mind, what character would you ask to help you plan a party.
Oh.
Oh, I know.
Okay, go for it.
You're going to be upset when I take it. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I want Tress from the Emerald Sea.
Shoot. Tress is so good. Have you read that?
That's a
Such good
5-star book from me. Oh my God. I love that book.
Amazing.
Yay! We loved it too.
So, yes, Tress. Oh my God.
She would have all these cute little party cups, and she would like think through things, and everything would be nice.
She'd be like, Charlie!
Yes.
Oh my God. Because it was like, Brandon Sanderson was like, if it was a Princess Bride, but if Buttercup went after Wesley.
Yes.
I love that. And then he's like,
so
Emily
good.
was the first one to read it. I wrote this book for her. And then I decided it was a secret project. I'm like, everybody, you deserve a Brandon Sanderson. He wrote a this bestseller for his wife first. And then he was like, okay.
That's incredible. We loved Tress.
Yeah, no, that book holds a special place in my heart for sure. I love that book.
All right, Chrissy, top that.
Gosh, I know.
that.
I can't. I was looking for a podcast to remember what books we've read. Okay, you know, we read this indie book it's called The Sweetest Getaway by Sasha Preston. And
I listened to that.
You did?
I listened. She reached out to me for an ALK. So I did listen to that. Yeah.
It was a great book. And those characters were just so spunky, so fun.
And
so
the narrator, she did a good job. She did a good job. Yeah. We're listening. But you read it? Because I listened to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I read the ebook. Back to the ebook.
Okay, there you go. No, it was fun. It was cute because it was just like, how are they going to do this? Like, what?
I know. That was a new genre for us. Like, what was it called? Heist or no?
Capers.
Yeah, like kind of
capers.
Capers. It was a caper. Yeah. And I think we've just pieced together that it's this heist that is incredulous, but it just works in the end.
They're just like pulling people on a whim.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
I'm here for it now.
I know, and I didn't know. I was like, this person's sus. This person's sus. Can you trust this person? I was like, this boyfriend, this romantic interest. I don't know if you should be telling them all this. It was like
exact same thing. Read too many thrillers.
Less.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, Megan, who's planning your party? Who are you bringing?
So I think, oh my God, the first person I can think of is, I'm trying to think, I want to make it really good. If I'm on a really good party.
Yeah, you want a good party.
I know, right? You want a good party.
You don't want to invite someone for a bad party.
No, you want a good party.
I got plenty of those characters, though.
We know plenty that would make a bad party.
Right? I would say, I'm going to go back to Judge Crawler Carl. I'm going to say Princess Donut, the cat. I would want her. I would say plan my 40th birthday party, and she would deliver.
Oh my gosh, I believe it.
For sure. Talking show cat, right? Even if she didn't talk, you'd be like, plan my party. Like,
honestly, she is the party.
Yeah.
She's iconic. Even like the first book, when it's like the first 5 chapters, she can't talk, but then the 6th chapter, like she gets a biscuit and she can talk. And then, like, that's what it is. It's like a little RPG. Like she eats something, she can talk. And then she calls him her manservant. And then she's just talking and he's like, okay, I'm gone. She's like, I'm scared. You need to protect me. We need to stick together. And he's like, do you know why cats are alive? It's because you cannot talk. Because if you could talk, you would not be alive. And like so many people, cat owners or not, would be like, would just connect with that line. It was like, so that was like one of the first things that kind of like draw you in. But yeah, I would say I would allow a cat to plan my party. Like, she's just like iconic. She wears a crown. She's a show cat. She knows how to work the crowd. She knows how to fake it. She knows how to she just put balloons, sparklers, like all of that. I would be like, I'm turning 40. Do it for me. And she'd be like, oh yes, of course. Like
I would be like, Megan, do you remember me? We were on like this podcast one time and you like interviewed us. Can I please come to your party?
You'd be on the guest list.
I would be like, please let me in.
Bookalicious and plus any plus ones you need.
Oh my God.
Any plus ones you need to make you feel comfortable.
Okay.
Come on in.
I would bring Chrissy, but she's allergic to cats.
I would take my Zyrtec before.
Oh, okay,
or she could just get like a bubble or
yeah, there we go. No,
astronaut bubble, like whatever.
The cat would get rid of all the allergens.
Yeah.
It's the dungeon, so nobody's allergic, right?
See,
I don't know.
yeah.
There we go. Okay, so Bookalicious Pod. Where can we find you, like, on your podcast, on social media, all that good stuff?
We're most popular on Spotify, but we got the YouTubes. We're on anywhere you find your normal podcasts. And then we do have socials, but we're really bad at it. We're trying to be better. So, Bookalicious Pod, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Is that good, Chrissy?
Yeah.
Is that good?
I think you hit it all.
Did I get it all? Did I miss?
I second it.
Okay.
Chrissy
We have a
and
Gmail.
Candice,
We love getting
We
reading.
have a Gmail.
there we go.
That's our other social. Very high tech.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Bookalicious, Chrissy and Candice, thank you so much. This was so fun. I feel like if we had all the time in the world, we would just keep going.
Yes.
This was super
And
fun.
yeah, I would love to do like another one or whatever. 6 months from now, a year from now, if we get bored, we'll check in with each other.
After we
again.
read Dungeon Crawler
Yes.
Carl, babe, we're coming right back
Or
around.
listen
calling
to
you
it.
up.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm
We're right back
telling
around.
you. If I couldn't sell Charlie Man, I'm gonna sell Dungeon Crawler Carl. So.
It's on the list. I'm reading
Yeah,
it.
maybe the next
happening.
one.
And yes, private message me once you get into it. It's all good, and then we'll figure it out. So I love
Okay.
it. I love it. Is that one thing you learned from me? Dungeon Crawler Carl. So,
Okay,
like-
we got it. All right. Well,
This
thank
was
you so
fun.
much.
Thank you, Megan.
And there you go. That was a bonus episode podcast collab with Candice and Chrissy from Bookalicious Pod. Check out the show notes where you can see links for to find the ladies, their podcast online and on social media. And in the show notes, you'll also see where to find Cantina Book Club on your favorite social media book communities, such as Bookstagram, BookTube, Threads, Facebook, and more. And I would love and appreciate it if you could hit that follow or subscribe button so that you never miss out on book reviews and author interviews. If you have any book-loving friends who are looking to get more out of their reading lists, please share Cantina Book Club and Bookalicious Pod with them so they can find upcoming releases and interviews with authors and other relatable chats. Another way to help this podcast and Bookalicious Pod is to head over to your favorite podcast player and give both of the podcast shows a rating and review. It helps us to reach more potential listeners and fellow book lovers like you. And that goes for any podcast that you listen to. It's really one of the easiest things that you can do to help out. If you need book recommendations, you can reach out to me. I'm always looking forward to sharing my suggestions, any genre that you're looking for. To read more in-depth book reviews of all types of genres, you can head over to cantinabookclub.com. While you're at it, you can subscribe by entering your email on the website so that you can get reviews and episodes delivered directly to your inbox. If you want to support Cantina Book Club even more, you can donate by finding the form on cantinabookclub.com. Whether it's a one-time donation or as little as $1 a month, I seriously appreciate the support and will share my appreciation by giving you a shout out on the show. And finally, one of the best ways to help authors promote their works is to head over to Amazon, Storygraph, Goodreads, wherever you can show the book some love, show your favorite authors some love, so that they can keep sharing stories that you love. Thanks so much for listening, and see you next time. Cheers.